JayZ sits down with BBC Radio 1 to talk about hip-hop, family, and he finally tells us how he feels about Donald Trump. While sitting down with BBC Radio 1's Clara Amfo, JayZ touches on topics that include 444 and the rest of his crazy catalog of classics. He talks about what it's like to be a father these days, and he even performs an unforgettable live lounge sessions that looks a lot like a full concert set. We all know that JayZ is a very insightful man, but he saved the best for last for when Amfo talked about the current state of the nation. When she asked him how he felt about situations that have been happening revolving around white supremacy, Black Lives Matter, and the current administration, here's what he had to say.
I believe that everything that happens in life is for your greatest good. And I don't think that this is happening if we weren't prepared to handle it. So I'm just actually looking forward to what's next after that, because usually when things are darkest, then light is on its way.
Now, Hov hasn't exactly offered up much when it comes to his thoughts on Donald Trump. Matter of fact, back in January, he completely shut a reporter down when she began to ask him about his feelings.
Your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for
But when Clara Amfo asked him about the current state of the nation, JayZ took it into his own hands to talk about how he feels about the current U.S. president.
You know, this guy, I'm looking at him like, man, this is a joke. You know, with all, I can't even say with all due respect, with all disrespect. He's not a very sophisticated man, especially when it comes to, you know, the ideas of until everyone's free, no one is free.
JayZ continued to talk about politics throughout the rest of the interview, and while he admits that he's no politician, he does seem to notice a lot of the same problems that we all notice when it comes to the way laws are made and how they affect the American people.
It's people attached to these laws. Mm-hmm. And I think they've forgotten that piece, that these things are going to affect real life people. When you put in like prison reform, like people are going to jail and families are being broke up and fathers away from their children and the family structure is broken. So that kid grows up, that kid gets into trouble, he goes to jail, and the cycle is vicious.
In another part of the interview, JayZ does briefly describe how he plans on using a lot of the things that are happening in the country to fuel and inspire his next project. He does note that he hasn't actually started working on it yet, but that he's thinking of ways of interlacing a lot of our issues and putting them into the music the way he always does. But now I want to hear from you. How do you feel about JayZ finally sharing his thoughts on Donald Trump? Do you agree with him? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comment section below. And while you're at it, subscribe to All Def Music today. For All Def Music News, I'm JayZ.